YouTube crashed my live. YouTube crashed my live. Like, I feel like it's so obvious. It's so obvious. As soon as we start talking about the crimes against humanity and the atrocities that our generation has experienced, YouTube crashed the live. That's, I feel like it says it all. I feel like it just says it all. They booted us. Yes, they did, Madison. Hi, Mystical Mermaid. Hi, Indigo Phoenix. Very sus in caps. I agree. Whoa, it was literally on repeat, you reading Resurrection. That's wild. Jesus is alive. Hey, Taylor. Glad I got the notification. Yeah, you got the notification because YouTube just crashed my other live because we were talking about the crimes against children and the crimes against humanity. It's like kind of hilarious at this point. Like, we were talking about Alexa Nicholas and her channel Eat Predators and everything that's like the Me Too movement for Nickelodeon stars essentially right now. I screen recorded some of it for you. Thank you, Teresa. She is just a girl opening crystals. I am just a girl opening crystals. Also talking about PG and FC, and go look it up on the last live if you're curious. It's probably still repeating. And we're back, says Lizzie. Leave Nikki alone! Madison is like, I forgot that guy's name. The Leave Britney Alone guy. Yeah, leave Nikki alone! Oh my god, I've been seeing it. It's amazing, right? LL talking about how to make the world a better place, and YouTube bots wreck it all, for real. I just, at this point, it's like, really? Really? Like, you really think you did something there? You really think you're slick? You're just proving my point. If it was all misinformation, if it was all a lie, why do you gotta tell me to shut up? Because if I'm just speaking in lies and misinformation, when people go to do their research, they won't find what they're looking for because it's a lie and misinformation. But if I'm speaking truth and people go and look for the keywords that I'm giving them, and if they go and look at the links that I'm giving them and they find the truth, you can't hide from it anymore. The more censorship, the more you realize you're doing something right. The more censorship, the more you realize you're speaking the truth. Because if it was all a lie, if it was all BS, you wouldn't have to block me. You wouldn't have to take my live down. You wouldn't have to try to SB me and keep people from seeing my notifications, keep people from seeing my videos. If it was all a lie, you'd have nothing to hide. If it was all a lie, the trails I'd be leading you down would lead you to nowhere, right? I just feel like it further proves my point. Hi, Kelly. I've been talking about, oh wait, I already read that. Talking about how to make the world a better place in YouTube, bots wreck it all. I was waiting for you. I wanted to hear your thoughts and was thinking of you because this is us. Also probably triggering for SA victims. We were literally talking about that in the last live. Like Maria was like, a lot of us millennials, we're SA'd. And a lot of us have childhood SA. SABUSE, right? A lot of us have that. And it is very disturbing. I was literally saying this on the last live, to know that like the kids that were like my outlet, the kids I was looking up to, the kids that were making me laugh, the kids that were on the screen were going through the same thing on an even more secretive and open level, where there were all these adults and none of the adults did anything to protect them, right? And it's just like, they truly are the voice of our generation as millennials, because so many of us have the same experiences, right? And I was saying that on the last live, that there is also a part of me that's triggered because I've been talking about this since 2018. And I experienced a lot of hatred, a lot of bullying, not just from people, but from this app. And we just watched this app bully me off my last live. It's literally happening in real time. Like, it's crazy. Like, I was literally talking about how this app has bullied me into, like, a space of submission and quietness. And it's like, they just did that. They just bullied me and censored me off the last live. And so it's triggering as people, I'm glad people are receiving this well, but it's also reminding me of all the times I was called names or harassed or given a hard time or banned from posting or banned from sharing or banned from speaking my truth and what I'd experienced or the research that I had done that I had come to conclusions about because it just wasn't well received. So I hope they keep this energy, and I hope we just keep steamrolling forward to support victims. And I do feel like it's the dawn of a new age. And I feel like 2024, people cannot hide. I feel 2024 is a year of truth, and I'm pretty sure Elizabeth April channeled that as well. And I think it's all coming to the surface. And it's crazy because Spirit told me in November of 2022, they said something big is coming in July. And I said, what's coming in July? And they said the truth. And then do you know what came out in July? Sound of Freedom. The way the media reacted to that should tell you everything you need to know about the media and just how evil it is. Because they made it out to be political. They made it out to be a weird QAnon thing, and it had nothing to do with that. It was literally like the movie Taken, but with children. There was no political interference. There was nothing about QAnon. There was nothing about Trump. Nothing. So the fact that the media lied blatantly to people's faces to keep them from watching that movie told me everything I needed to know. And it's crazy because, like, one of the guys that was on the news literally looked like a PEDO. Like the typical, like, bald, creepy glasses, and was like, oh, it's just a bunch of Trump dads who think that they want to save the world and da-da-da. And it's like, what? No, it's actually about taking down PEDOs. It's actually about protecting the children. It's actually about HUMANTRAFFICKING. I shouldn't even have to spell this shit. I should be able to say this shit. What the hell kind of platform punishes you for speaking out about crimes against humanity? An evil one. And you know what? I've been actually trying to work on that within myself because the platform itself is not evil. YouTube is a wonderful space. It's created so much opportunity. It is the people who run it. It's the people who run it that are evil. This space in and of itself is neutral. This space in and of itself can do amazing things, right? The internet in and of itself is neutral. It's about how you use it and what you use it for. So yeah, what came out in July was the truth. What came out in July was Sound of Freedom. And the media did everything in their power to deter people from going to see that movie, to see the truth, to see that it had no political sides, to see that it was simply a human rights issue and had nothing to do with politics or lies or weird conspiracies. Oops. On repeat, you chose the right side of history, then crash. Whoa! I can't wait to watch that. Ricky Bobby, I'm on fire! Because Nikki is a trailblazer. Thank you. She's spitting facts, bots. Thank you for the hearts. Hi, Katie. Hi, Anna Marie. Like the live, everyone. We got 19 in here. Yeah, please like the live, guys. Much love. That will encourage more people to come watch. Drake's recount was so triggering. I haven't watched it because, I'm very annoyed because I don't have HBO Max. I've got Hulu. I've got Netflix. I've got Disney Plus. I've got all these freaking things, and it's like, dude, I don't want all these things. I want Netflix so I can watch Damsel whenever I feel like. I want Disney Plus so I want to freaking watch, Alice in Wonderland. Like, I have certain things I want to watch, and you have to buy a freaking separate, I want Hulu for Bob's Burgers. Like, you can never just find everything you want on one, and I'm, like, so annoyed, and I'm like, I have Paramount, so I can watch Angry Beavers, and Rocko's Modern Life, and SpongeBob. I don't want to get Max, too! Like, it's like I'm spending so much money to watch all these things, but maybe I'll get Max so that I can watch it. Drake Bell's new music video about the essay was heartbreaking, yet I just watched that one as well. The truth is coming out this year. As literally saying that. Sounds like I'm gonna need the best summer ever spell. Yeah! Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm so ready for the best summer ever spell. Chills! Goosebumps! The fact that they tried to cover it up. Yeah, I mean, I've just been listening to Alexa Nicholas's, is it Nichols or Nicholas? I don't know. Sometimes I can't read right. I mean, I can read. I can't read. Just kidding. I can read. But I read... This is me all the time, taking in information. I think this is us all the time since the creation of TikTok. We're like... And then it goes like... We're just taking in information so fast and crazy, and we're like half reading everything because like we're just processing everything so much faster than we used to because our attention spans have been like turned to the size of a pea from short form content. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing because so many of us are like DNA is elevating in a way that we're processing things faster, that we don't need to fully integrate everything like we used to because it just naturally integrates. So it's like a double-edged sword. But yeah, I don't know. That was a long way of saying I'm not sure what her actual last name is. It's in our face, literally, for real. What you up to? I'm up to this, Game 2020. This is what I'm up to. Talking about the crimes against humanity, unboxing crystals, putting them on my face, smelling the giant pile of candles next to me. You know, a regular Monday. I love everyone waking up to the blatant lies. Hope the propaganda machine runs out of funds since they're crying about losing sponsoring on YouTube. Who would want to sponsor a platform that literally punishes their creators? Like, and I want to stop saying it's the platform's fault. The owners of this platform punish their creators at any chance they can get. And listen, I made a livable wage from my spiritual business. I made a good amount of money last year. Do you know how much money I made in an entire year from YouTube? $1,300 for all of my content that I've provided. I'm literally, they are my pimp. I am YouTube's HOE. They are my pimp. Like, they punish us around every corner, banning us and SBing us and like changing the policies, doing everything they can to destroy our platforms. And then they also literally pay me pennies. Like, I wouldn't be able, I'm grateful for this platform because it gives me the outreach I need to collect clients for the actual work and products that I'm offering and services that I'm offering. But whoa, they are my pimp. Whoa, do they not pay me enough for the content I give? Whoa, do they just make posting on here a living hell? So I don't know why anyone would want to sponsor this platform at this point. And like I said, the platform itself is not bad. The owners are. For real. And then some have the ads and some don't. Oh, by the way, I have ads on my ASMR channel and I'm not getting paid for any of that. They put ads on my channel against my will. I didn't say they could monetize my content, and I'm not getting a dime of it until I get a certain amount of subscribers and views and everything like that. So if anything, they're hindering my videos by putting ads where I don't want them in my ASMR channel. And not everybody knows this, but I have a private YouTube where I put all of my clients' videos because I never wanted to accidentally upload a private video to 30,000 people. Call me crazy, but I would call me a genius for that because I've watched readers do that. I've watched readers upload private videos on public to their channel, and I never wanted to be that person. So, with the idea of human error, I went ahead and I made a private channel so that, God forbid, I did upload it, it would only be to like less than 100 people and not 30,000. And YouTube has decided that that channel is a bot. They said, you're using this channel against our community guidelines and policies. We have many reasons to believe that you are a computer program or a bot running this channel, and we are going to delete your channel September 4th. It's up for deletion. So 4 years of work, 4 years of content. By the way, I was going to put a community post of this, but if you've ever gotten a reading with me, download it, because I might not be able to save all that content. 4 years worth of spells, 4 years worth of readings, 4 years worth of classes. I've got to screen record all the classes now and re-upload them to this channel. Like, it's insane and it's disturbing. And I've actually reached out to Arabian Conjure because I'm like, dude, I don't even know how to fight this algorithm. I don't know how to do it. So I've got a meeting with Shireen to like work on all of that. But it's like, it's a nightmare. The people who own this platform make it a living hell and a nightmare to be a part of it. And I'm just so disturbed and horrified because I tried to appeal it and they're like, you can't appeal because you're a bot. Do I look like a bot? I know AI is good, but I promise you I'm flesh and blood, and if you cut me, I bleed. And my heart's bleeding from this because that's a lot of work. That is 4 years worth of work. Of content that I own. Content that is owned by my clients. You're just going to wipe it? That's part of my appeal, is I do pre-recorded readings and then I upload them with an unlisted link so you can watch it as many times or as little times as you want. That's not okay to take that from us. It's not okay. Under the guise of saying I'm a bot, that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense. Y'all heard that the new future, y'all heard that the new future. Yeah, if you like that. Are you Zionist? I don't know what that means. I don't really know labels. I'm just a channeler. I'm just someone who's been psychic since I literally started, as soon as I started talking about stuff that like spirits being around, seeing things that like my family couldn't see. I don't know. I'm just channel. I don't really go off of labels. I don't really know what a Zionist is. What do the crystals do? Well, these aquamarine, this is raw aquamarine. These were gifted to me because I won a thing. I won a giveaway. And Lizzie will link the channel after. It is Elizabeth April, if you know her. It's her brother, Rob. And here is his business card. Rob April from Natural Crystal Designs. And here's his website. And he sent them to me because I won something I didn't realize I was even entered in. So this is natural aquamarine, which is good for safety and for travel, as well as hormone regulation. This is amethyst, which is good for breaking bad habits. It's good for sleep, relaxation, healing. It's good for dealing with addictions. Spirit just said family issues as well. This is labradorite, which is good for connecting with elementals and dragon energy. Very cool. Activating reptilian DNA, benevolent reptilian DNA with you or within you, or shifting your reptilian DNA to something more benevolent. Copper, which is just an incredible transmutation tool that was used back in ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt. And jasper, I can't really remember what jasper is for. I feel like it's good for grounding though. But jasper has a lot of really good healing qualities. I do know that. Go against the grain if you like that. Yeah, show them who the boss of you is like. Exactly. Let them know, super genius. Thanks, Paul. How you doing? Glad you can make it. Oh my God, bless your soul. How do I get a reading? Check out my website. Lizzie will link it. Break out of the matrix. Yeah. That's truly the best part of the readings, as well as how good the readings themselves are, because Nikki is that good. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I do like that people can, like, a lot of people watch them, honestly, a lot of people watch them anywhere from 3 to 20 times. People watch my readings a lot, which is what makes it so, like, helpful that I can just upload them and leave them there. Some people watch them even more than that because there's just so much information, especially if you're getting a 30-minute reading. It's 30 minutes of me going da 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 da, just straight channeling. That's why they're expensive, because it's 30 minutes of me straight channeling whatever the hell you need to know at that moment. And yeah, I know you're right. I am gonna break out of the matrix, and I think I have, honestly, because like I said, I made a really great livable wage on my own. This last year, no thanks to YouTube. I made it by myself through my website, through my clients. Thank you if you've ever gotten anything with me. Thank you if you've ever watched a video. Thank you if you've ever liked a video. Thank you if you've ever left a nice comment. Like, thank you. So, like, I feel that, God forbid, even if I did find myself in a situation where I could no longer be on YouTube, I've created enough clientele that they would continue to find me through my website, because my website is completely separate from this platform. So you're right, I am breaking out of the matrix in that way, and I don't answer to anyone. And when I was on Patreon, Melissa was so supportive. She like jumped for joy when I spoke about how much I made on one of the Zoom calls, and she was like, that's incredible, because like you don't answer to anyone, you work for yourself. And it really is. I'm very proud of that. Do I know what jinn are? Yes, I do. I work with the jinn. I work with Baal, I work with Asmodeus, and I also work with King Person. King Person is new to me, and he is he has a very specific dark energy. Not dark as in bad, just dark. And Baal has been working with me since I was a child. And Asmodeus I started working with in 2021. So, yes, I do work with the jinn. But if you really want someone who's like deep within working with the jinn and they are part of her family line, check out Arabian Conjure, Shireen. She is, whoa, like a jinn powerhouse because she's Arabic. And it's part of her lineage. Jasper provides protection and absorbs negative energy. It balances yin and yang. Perfect. Hey, thanks for saying I'm a beauty. I have watched mine an embarrassing amount of times. That is not embarrassing. Download it, because I want you to have it. Hello, Gavin. I timestamp all of mine with notes for myself. Yes, Madison does. I'm probably at like 17 times. Hey, there's no shame in it. There's a lot of information there. It's good to take notes. It's good to re-listen. Even I had a really great client who got one on her and her long distance relationship. And what she did was she actually called her boyfriend and they watched it together, and they went through each section of it. So they would play like a minute or two, and I would say something that I channeled, and they would pause it, and then they would have a conversation about what I had channeled, and then they'd start it again, and then they'd pause it and have a conversation. And I just thought that was like so mature and amazing, and like such a wonderful way to use the reading to work through any thoughts or feelings that like you were having that you wanted to get answers on and clarity through the reading. So don't feel ashamed. And that's another thing I want to talk about. I'm really annoyed with other spiritualists being rude about tarot readings. I've been reading the tarot for 13 years. I've been reading the tarot before the internet what it is what it is today. I've been reading the tarot before TikTok was even a thought, before YouTube was a thing. I've been reading the tarot a long time. And I have noticed twin flame coaches especially, which is like, dude, you're a twin flame coach. That's like a new thing. I know being a twin flame isn't new, but like being a twin flame coach is a new thing. And anyone and everyone just thinks they're on a twin flame journey now, and anyone and everyone is just going from being like self-help to twin flame coach, and it's like really annoying. I've noticed these people and other spiritualists, other witches being like, don't get tarot readings, don't listen to tarot readers. Anyone who gives you a tarot reading is Delulu. And I will say, there are scammers out there giving us a bad name, and there are TikTokers out there giving us a bad name. But screw you. Let people use their coping skills. We are not all frauds. We are not all delulu. Some of us, this is an ancient practice. And some of us have been practicing it before your field of work even existed. So fuck you. You know, like, stop shaming people for wanting a tarot reading. Stop shaming people who give tarot readings. It's sick. The spiritual community is some of the most cliquey, mean, rude spaces. And let me tell you, if any diviner, I don't care who they are, because there are some alien people like this too. I really don't like the alien people like this. I think they are the worst like this, which is why I love Elizabeth April, because she is not like this. I cannot stand the alien people who talk to aliens and they're like, I am the end all be all now. I am God. God is talking through me. If you disagree with anything I say, it is a projection. If you disagree with me, you are wrong. It is your fault. If you disagree with me, you need to look within yourself. You're not God. You're human. You know just as much as the rest of us. So what an alien talk to you? Aliens talk to everybody. Anyone who tells you that their way is the only way, that their belief is the only belief, is a cult leader. To put it bluntly, a CULT cult leader. Anyone who says that they are God, they are the end-all be-all, they are right, you are wrong, if you have an issue with what they're saying, it's a problem with you, run. Run the other direction, because that is not okay. That is not okay. Anyone who tells you, oh, if you swear you're of such a low frequency, da da da, that is why I made this sweatshirt. I swear, so beware, bitch. Because when I first came on the scene, I had so many tarot readers talking shit to me about how you cannot be spiritual and swear. Another reason why I love Elizabeth April, because she just posted a video that was like love and light and shit. Yes, bitch. Yes. Like, society is so bossy. Religion is so bossy. Work is bossy. Everything, the government is bossy. Can we stop bossing people around when it comes to spirituality? Like, I practice spirituality to answer to no man and no system. No book, no person, no system is going to tell me how to talk to God. And if you find yourself in a space where anyone is telling you, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm the end-all be-all, I'm God incarnate, I'm this, I'm that, you have to do what I say, please run. People who are not like, and like I said, the alien people are the worst of this. I've noticed the light language, like, and I speak light language. I speak light language. I have nothing against light language. I have nothing against alien people. I love alien people. And like I said, I like Elizabeth because she always says, take it or leave it. I'm not the end-all be-all. You do not have to agree with me. Like, that just makes my heart sore, because that's how you know they're the real deal. But it's the alien people who I find, the alien people and the twin flame coaches who I find to be the worst offenders of this. And I can't stand it. And if you find yourself in the space of a spiritualist who cannot take, who cannot hear other sides of the story, or who feel a need to force you to believe what they are believing, whether it's a spiritualist, religion, alien person, tarot reader, anyone, use your discernment. And I would say run the other way. I'm so sorry your dog died. We'll pray for you and your dog. What's your dog's name? We'll pray for him. I love that. Been reading the tarot since 1999. Nice. Ha ha ha. The twin flame community can be so toxic. For real. It can be. The twin flame journey can be toxic if you let it be. I believe as a Muslim, anyone that works jinns will never be forgiven by God. Only God has all the knowledge of the future. Talking to jinn is pagan jinns listening to angels to gain that knowledge. And you know what, dude? You are more than allowed to feel that way. You are more than allowed to believe that. You are more than allowed to feel that way. And that's okay. That's okay. You're allowed to have your opinions. Happy eclipse. Happy full moon eclipse. When you recognize shame, wounds in people, it's so easy to look through people. Anyone with control and manipulation tactics is suffering from shame. That's really true. And guilt, too, probably. By the way, everyone, if you didn't know, Indigo has a southern accent, and she came on the Zoom on Patreon, and we were all like, wow, we love your accent. Everyone was, like, asking her about it. Hi, Maisie. How you doing? It's a sense of control. Exactly. I think I've got a stalker, and I'm afraid to go to sleep right now. It's 2:27 a.m. Did you tell the police? I know the police are generally not helpful in those situations, but it's just good to get the reports in. God forbid. Also, I have a, like, if you don't, you should get a bat for under your bed. You should get mace for by your bed. I have both. Because not everybody wants a gun, but you can do a lot of damage with a bat and mace. You don't need a permit for either. Someone keeps trying to pick your lock. What the hell? You should get, if you can afford it, you should get one of those Ring cameras and see if you can catch them on camera. Because that's fucking weird. It could even be FedEx. Like, a FedEx guy tried to open my mom's door the other day while she was home alone, but we caught him on the Ring camera. Yes, I've been hating the government. Yes, same. I pray, sister, that you find the truth. I feel like I'm doing a good job with the truth personally, but that's okay if you disagree. That's some scary shit. I hope you're okay. Yeah. Try not to say it because they a bit sense when you calm them down, but I hated the school systems and I struggled a lot. I hate when they push it because if it were authentic, you wouldn't have to convince. Exactly, right? It's the same thing with censorship. If it wasn't real, you wouldn't have to censor me. I've told the police that they were kind of like, there's nothing we can do. Yes, I'm going to do that. Yeah, definitely do that. A bat with spikes. Hell yeah. Yeah, that would definitely do some damage. That's like some purge shit. Oh man, these candles are strong. I'm just sitting here sniffing them like, it's like 100 different smells. Oh man. Well, I've been ranting for like an hour and a half at this point. Then my other live got crashed. Go check it out if you're interested in why. It's because I was talking about all the stuff coming out about the Nickelodeon stars, and then I got into some other stuff too that was not well received by this platform, so yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna get my little joint and smoke the rest of my joint, and yeah, if you want to join me, let's light up together. Also, guys, you are gonna love the dragon ritual altars. They came out so good, like so nice. Everyone was sending me their outfits and their altars and their makeup, and like it just came out so good. So definitely look forward to that because I'm going to be posting all of that. Do you want me to put the links after the live or the one before? Can you do it on both, please, Lizzie? Nice. I wish we could smoke together. Yeah, I mean, when we go to Salem, we probably will if you come to the Salem thing. Islam teaches us to stay away from jinn. Have you actually seen Real Possession? I have, and it's not fun. Game, you must have heard the story of Amityville Horror. Yes, and you know what? I had a boyfriend who was possessed. And the thing is, here's my belief. I believe, so like, all right. So I think all different religions have different language, but they're talking about similar things. So I think how the Bible says that like the Nephilim are fallen angels. I've been actually going down a rabbit hole about the Nephilim and what they looked like. And there's this really interesting page called The Nephilim Look Like Clowns. And it has great information, but he's kind of a very angry, bossy Christian. It gives those vibes of like, I am the end all be all, like I was talking about, that I really can't stand. But if you have the time to listen and you have the mental capacity to like detach yourself from his angry, rude comments, then there's a lot of like hidden gems in there. And he talks about how like the fallen angels were like basically feathered serpents, and we see a lot of, and that they looked like clowns, and we see a lot of feathered serpents and different things throughout different religions, right? Like when we think of the Aztec religions or the Mayan religions, they worshipped feathered serpents like Quetzalcoatl, which is like what I have on the back of my neck. And Quetzalcoatl is a very powerful, benevolent spirit to me. And so I believe that, like most things in the human experience, one size does not fit all. Just like not all medical care is one size fits all, not every body needs the same diet or the same medication or the same amount of exercise or the same amount of water. I believe all spirits, one size does not fit all, because I believe each of our spirits individually reflect what it is that we need. And I believe as well, because I believe that what the Bible would call Nephilim, what your religion would call Jinn, and what, you know, what they would also call demons and things like that, I believe, and what society would call aliens, what I would call an interdimensional, I believe they're all the same thing. They just all have different names. And I believe just like with humans, there are good and bad. And I think that I can absolutely understand that there are negative jinn, there are negative Nephilim, there are negative demons, but then I also believe that there are benevolent Nephilim, there are benevolent daemons, which are just old spirits, there are benevolent jinn. That is my belief. I am not trying to change anyone's belief, I'm just telling you how I see it, what I believe. And I believe that there are negative aliens and that there are benevolent aliens. And even like how reptilians get a very bad rep, because a lot of them have done terrible things, but there are benevolent and there are evolved reptilians, right? And I believe that I believe the missing link in human DNA is interdimensional DNA, and is what the Bible would call the Nephilim DNA. And I believe a lot of us are descendants from the fallen angels, or the interdimensionals, or the demons, or the jinn. And I believe that you can be a descendant of these creatures and still choose Christ, and still choose the light, and still choose to be a positive influence on others and a positive influence on the world. And I believe that it's not black and white. I believe it's not one size fits all. And the reason I believe this is because I know for a fact I have a lot of reptilian DNA. I associate reptilian DNA with Italian DNA personally. Also, you can see reptilian DNA in people's cheekbones, their eye, like the way their eye structure is and their eyebrow structure. I also associate reptilian DNA with gaps in the teeth. Like I have a front gap in my teeth. And then, you know, I also know I have Hathor DNA, and I can see that in my nose. I can always see it on certain clients as well when they have the Hathor DNA in the nose, essentially the cow, like, because Hathor was considered a goddess in ancient Kemet, but I believe the Hathors are an entire species of interdimensionals, and I connect with them. So I can always see the different, what the Bible would call Nephilim or Jinn DNA within really good people and within really benevolent people. And I believe that, you know, we have incarnated with this DNA to right the wrongs of the past. And like I said, one size does not fit all. I don't believe that they are all bad. I don't believe that they're all negative. And I believe that the new earth is choosing Christ consciousness, choosing love over hate and greed and negativity and evil. And I believe that, you know, we each have our part to play in that. And I think a good example of that is my best friend from high school. Whenever she dabbles in witchcraft or whenever she strays from being full Jesus, she experiences negative things in her life. And she's just happier and healthier when she's focusing on the church. And that's what works for her. Now, when I went through like a near-death experience and then went to join a Nazarene church, it caused me so many problems in my life because that's not my journey. It's not my journey to sit in a church and let some old guy with weird pervy tendencies who touches all the women in the church tell me that he's the only one that talks to God, because I've been talking to God since I was 2 years old. I've been talking to spirits since I was 2 years old. I've been seeing spirits since I was 2 years old. I talk to the aliens. The aliens, the benevolent, and don't get me wrong, the negative ones, yeah, they fuck with me too. I'm constantly having to protect myself, but like, I am happier and healthier when I am not forced into a box by any religion. And I think that's because one size does not fit all, and I'm meant to use my gifts to help other people with interdimensional DNA. I'm meant to use my gifts to help other technical descendants of fallen angels. And I think that we are all meant to come together in the New Earth frequency. We are all meant to come together in Christ consciousness. I do not believe that Jesus himself is coming back as a human. I believe he's coming back in the form of Christ consciousness. And that's my belief. Take it or leave it. That's where I'm coming from. That's my personal experience from the life that I've lived. Nobody's lived my life except me, and nobody's gonna live my life except me. I have to make the best choices for me, just like you have to make the best choices for you. That's where I'm coming from on that topic, if you've ever wondered. And yeah, that's how I feel about that. Have you watched Dune? I have not watched it yet. My daughter has reptilian DNA from her dad. She shot me a look the other day. It terrified me. Her eyes changed for a quick split second. Pure lizard brain took over and came out through her face. Wow. Yep, we're gonna have to learn how, and that I feel is part of my path and my purpose, is to help help people who are learning how to process this DNA, help people to use it for good instead of letting it get the best of them. Like, that is my job. That is my purpose. That is why I'm here, you know? Wow, there's a lot of comments. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna smoke. Hey Madison, how are you doing, girl? Glad you made it to the live. Hey Nicole, I'm so glad you made it. Cozy bowl time. We couldn't see it. Sweatshirt in the way. What? What's in the way? My sweatshirt. I swear so beware. Or necklace. I swear so beware. I'm missing my specific person so bad right now. Every day he ran away from me. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm like on the I'm the runner right now. I am not really missing him. Like, freedom! Freedom! If I'm being honest. It's eclipse season. Let him go. Let him go, man. Or her. Let them go. Whoever they are. Because if they're meant to come back, they will. Ugh, I missed you. Hello. Hello, Carly. I need to smoke. So heartbroken. Feel those emotions, girl. Feel those emotions. Let the tears out. Let the heartbreak out. And let yourself feel those emotions. Missed your lives. I know, I missed being live too. Me too. My new bracelet. Do you love it? I love it. Random question, but Dutch, do you know much about mirror magic or just mirrors in general in terms of them being portals? As I've been having some freaky vivid visions. I think it's my mirrors causing it. Yeah, that can definitely happen. Let me get my little joint. I've been trying to learn more about mirrors because I find them interesting in terms of using spirituality. I had a gap that closed randomly. Huh. That's fascinating. Hello, Cheryl. I hope I said that right. You have protective energy. Yeah, I'm the mommy. I'm a Cancer. So I got that. I got that, like, ugh. I was literally like, God, it like brings me to tears because like the world is such a cruel and abusive place. And all I want is people to be happy. Like, I could cry. All I want is, like, I just want everyone to fucking chill. I want everyone to stop hurting each other. And I just want peace. Because our world could be really beautiful if we stopped attacking each other and we stopped destroying it. And if the people, the current energies in power would let us evolve and grow and be the best version of ourselves. And that's all I want in this life. I want to make the world a better place. I want people to be happy. I want to be happy. I'm so tired of war. I'm so tired of us attacking each other. I'm so tired of us being gaslit and abused. I'm so tired of the children being put last. I just, it's all I want. I don't think it's that much to ask, and it is really nice that people are starting to come together and, like, stand up for the children and stand up for each other and, you know, breaking their brainwashing. Girl, have you ever had your Akashic records read? I just had mine done by a reader, and I feel so sad. I hated all the answers. Oh, I'm so sorry. Do we have free will to change our destiny? My reading felt bleak. I felt the same way about my my chart, when my chart got read by this weird lady. I'm gonna get my joint. I'm gonna answer the mirror question, and then I'll answer this question. Alright, I'm going to direct you as well to Elizabeth April. I've talked about her a million times on this, but she's just like such a wealth of information and knowledge, and she's so unbiased in the information that she gives. So if you want to learn about your contracts, go to elizabethapril.com, sign up to be a free member, and then search in the bar, because like her videos on YouTube get taken down so much that her wife literally created her own website, and thank God she has those resources. But she talks a lot about overcoming your contracts, and you can overcome your contracts. And you know what? You should trust your heart and your soul. And if you feel unhappy with that reading, that reader's version of tapping into your Akashic records is not like a life sentence, and you don't have to accept that. And even like when I got my chart read, the lady who did it was like, your chart is actually really bad. Like, it was really mean. And the first thing I want to say is, if you have a reader just giving you doomsday news, like, that's just not appropriate in my opinion. There's like a nice way to say things and a nice way to do things. So if they're not communicating with you kindly, even if it is not the best news, then I would suggest finding someone else to give you a reading. But basically, just look at it as a challenge and know that timelines are moving faster than they've ever moved. Like, I'm sure a lot of you feel like this too. I feel like I've lived like 15 years in the last 4 years, because 2020 was so like earth-shattering for me, and it changed me in so many ways that I feel like I have learned 15 years worth of lessons in the last 4 years, and I have evolved and changed in ways that I never would have been able to without all of the collective trauma that we experience globally from 2020 to now. And I don't think it's a bad thing. And I think that if you can manage your stress, and if you can, you know, find the positive in it and overcome challenges, the thing to remember about your Akashic records, if you do believe in them, is that you created this life for yourself. You signed up for this. You wouldn't sign up for something you can't handle. So never take it as a sentence, a life sentence, and never stop fighting. Like, I literally was like crying, like, I hate astrology, because she was like, your chart's really bad. And then I went to my friend who's an astrologer and was like, it's not bad. You have Maria was like, it's not bad. It's challenging, yes, but it's not bad. And you're powerful. You can overcome this stuff. Like, you maybe just need a perspective shift, and you maybe just need a different reader, because Maria made me feel much better about my astrology, and nothing is set in stone. Do you know how many contracts I've shifted and changed since 2020? Timelines are rapidly shifting, contracts are being dissolved, and new ones are being created, and I talk about this often. There is no set collective timeline. For most of our lifetime, there has been one set collective timeline, which is why we see so much Mandela effect, because there is no set collective timeline, because they're constantly timeline hopping, trying to change, you know, the collective experience to something that is more conducive to the powers that were remaining in control over humanity. So when there is no set collective timeline and there's a lot of chaos, chaos is very stressful, but chaos can also be very lucrative. There's a lot of chaos energy right now, especially with eclipse season and retrograde. Chaos can be used for powerful transmutation. You can turn anything negative into a positive with the right mindset, chaos energy, and right mindset, right chaos energy, and the right amount of detachment. So don't take anything as a life sentence. You are always in control of yourself, your life. You are always the master creator of your reality. Work in co-creation with your higher self and with source, God. God as you perceive God. I consider God source. And always, I would suggest doing it through Christ consciousness, through the highest frequency of unconditional love. And you can do anything. And nobody should be telling you any different. You might have challenges. You might have certain requests that have been made, certain contracts that the source or spirit would like you to complete. But it's not a life sentence. And I don't think it's fair when people tell you it is. You could change anything at any moment. Now, mirrors. Mirrors are absolutely a portal, and mirrors can be a powerful tool. Now, the first thing I would suggest to you, to the person who asked about mirrors, is clean your mirror. Clean your mirror with vinegar, because vinegar actually removes like negative energy, spiritually speaking. So you can use vinegar, or like I have this Windex that like has vinegar in it. So I suggest cleaning it with vinegar, and while you're doing that, setting the intention that it's cleansing away not only physical dirt, but it's cleansing away negative energy and spirits. I then suggest that you smoke your mirror. Smoke your mirror with Palo Santo first. I know there's like a lot of controversy around that. If you can get ethically, if you have Palo Santo already, or if you can get it in an ethical way, I suggest using Palo Santo. Because Palo Santo is almost like an exorcism kind of smoking. And then I suggest smoking it with sage, because once you exorcise things from a space, you want to fill that space or that instrument with sweetness of the sage, because sage will fill it in with like positive, benevolent energy, so that other creepy things don't come in once you've exorcised the first round of creepy things. And I know there's controversy around that, but like, I'm Native American. I have no problem with people using sage. I know that not everybody feels that way, and that's okay. They're entitled to their feelings, but that's my personal opinion on it. I think sage is a great tool, so that is my suggestion. I suggest you clean your mirrors with vinegar, or a vinegar-like cleaner. Smoke it with Palo Santo, setting the intention to exorcise anything from it, and then smoke it with sage in order to fill it with sweetness. Now, mirrors are portals, absolutely, and when we think about it, this is really fascinating, but back in the day, you can look this up, people used to scry, diviners used to scry with black mirrors. Now, like that creepy TV show. Black mirrors used to be like a crystal ball, and only very skilled psychics would use these black mirrors, because like a Ouija board, they are a portal. Now, what you are watching me on is literally a black mirror. Take that in for a second. You are watching me on a black mirror. Your phone is a black mirror. And not only is this black mirror constantly giving you messages and constantly feeding you information, but it's messages and information that are coming from an algorithm. Not from your intuition, not from your divinity, not from your guides. And it still has the potential to let in negative or positive spirits through it. Or negative or positive people, right? Through the internet. So, what used to be considered the same way people are like terrified of Ouija boards, people were terrified of black mirrors, and now we all have one in our pocket at all times. and it's spoon feeding us the messages it wants us to get to us through the algorithm. So really think about that. But mirrors can be used for mirror work. And so what you can do once you've cleansed your mirror is you can, if you're ready and if you feel comfortable, because you don't want to bring fear into this situation, you can sit in front of your mirror and you can let your eyes zone out and you will see different you can have like a candle, but if you're worried about catching something on fire, use one of those fake candles and light up your face with that candle, and you will see shadows coming over your face. And eventually, if you let your vision get foggy, you will start to see different past life versions of yourself, which kind of links back to the Akashic record thing. And so eventually you will see your face shift to different versions of you. Some might be human, some might be interdimensional, they might all be different. And this is what we call shadow work, because the shadows are literally showing you the parts of yourself that you can't see. And so, like I said, make sure you cleanse your mirror first and make sure you do it with the best intention. Oh, my neck tattoo was covered with my hoodie. Sorry, guys. I'm just chilling, buddy. Happy to be here catching your lives. Thanks, me too. I'm happy you're here. You're so comforting. Thank you. I don't like watching lives, but I love Dutch, so I decided to watch this. Well, thanks for coming. Hi, Duchess, you beautiful girl with your beautiful energy. Thanks so much for your readings. Kisses from Argentina. Thank you. You're welcome. And also, I drank, whenever I think of Argentina, I think of when I went to Miami and I met a very nice girl named Fatima that was an Argentinian woman, and I accidentally stayed at the Argentina part of the beach. I didn't know that it was like where all the Argentinians live. But they gave me their very bitter tea, and oh my God, I was like, ugh! No offense, but my bod does not like the bitter. I'm literally taking bitters because I'm doing like a parasite cleanse, and oh my God, my face is stuck like this for like 10 minutes after I take the bitters. But whoa, that's like all I think about is that really bitter tea. Deadass, we need to hang out, enjoy each other. This earth and experience is so rare and so much of it is in our hands to make it be what we want. We should be able to choose peace. I agree. I love Elizabeth. Yeah, me too. And I love her brother because he gave me these crystals. If you watch this, Rob, thank you. I want to burn my contract straight up. I'm over it. Dutch, I have a question. Is it normal to have side effects after a cleanse? I did a cleanse yesterday. Immediately got heartburn, indigestion, fatigue. What can that indicate? So I'm not a doctor. Let me just give that disclaimer right now. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional, but that's called die-off symptoms. So if you did a cleanse, you're cleansing certain parasites, heavy metals, yeast, fungus, candida, all that shit is living in you. It's living in you. You killed it with your cleanse. It's very normal to have die-off symptoms because it's like, they just showed me the Wicked Witch of the West when she's like, I'm melting. It's like that. They're like, ah! They're like clawing their way. So that's really normal from my experience. Can't fight AI, yeah. Yeah, portals that brainwash, exactly. That's probably why it pushes negative shit so hard. I can't even go on Twitter. It's so violent. Yeah, like, and I was talking about that on my last live that got crashed, was that, like, the internet has become a very angry space, and there's been a lot of bullying, and I want to, like, stand up to the bullies and, like, take this channel back, because I feel like I've been quieting myself because there's been so much negativity, and I'm like, nah, like, I'm not putting up with that anymore. Universal Library of Knowledge, exactly, the Akashic Records. Thank you so much. That's really interesting. I know some of those things already, but we'll definitely take the cleansing suggestions, and the vinegar is one I haven't used yet. The more you know. The little star and rainbow. Should we smudge our phones? Yeah. You can smudge your phones. That's awesome. Rob's store ships from Canada. Yeah! These crystals are from Canada, just like you, Nicole. Nicole has the best pink hair. And she keeps it so bright and beautiful. You're making me want to smoke now, but weed isn't legal in the UK, so I do it very occasionally with my bestie. Yeah, I am lucky I'm in the land of the free. It's one of the things we still have that's free. But someday, hopefully, it'll be legalized all over the globe. There's so many things they want to do globally that are just not good for the globe, but I think that would be something good. But, you know, then the government's got to get their hands in it and, like, mess with it and do all that shit. So, yeah. There's a necklace called Ascending Wolf on there. I need it. Yo. Get you that, girl. I did a nice sativa brownie. Nice, Martha. Good for you. I'm really smoking this down to the bone. But yeah, that's my rant, my 2-hour long rant. What time is it? Oh wow, it's 11 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Isn't that crazy? You used to be able to let your kids just play outside all the way until 10 p.m. and then you had to have a TV show remind you that they existed. Now you cannot let your children out of your sight for 1 second. You know? But I guess I'm probably gonna get going. This was like really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm gonna be just, like I said on my other live, I'm kind of just gonna be chilling like for April, kind of like setting my foundations and getting everything in order and getting ready to like probably doing some ASMR. So check out my ASMR channel if you want to see me over there. What's a good beginner cleanse? I make herbal teas, so I would definitely incorporate that. A good beginner cleanse. Again, I am not a doctor. I am just a random girl on your phone. So, yeah, I gotta say that for, like, logistics. I am not a doctor, but I started by, and actually the dragon suggested this to me, I started by doing a certain kind of fast. So the way I would fast is I would only eat things of the earth, and I would do it for 3 days at a time. So for 3 days, I would only eat like nuts, berries, fruit, maple syrup or honey, or teas with the herbs, only things that came from the earth. And I know honey doesn't technically come from the earth, that comes from bees, but bees are like of the earth, so I think that's why I was doing honey. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You do maple syrup, it comes out of a tree. Just like anything that is like of the earth, I would do that for 3 days in a row, and I feel like it's a really good way to start just like purging your body of processed food and stuff, and just kind of getting like that kind of stuff out. And I feel like for me that was a good way to start my cleansing. I enjoyed it. I might start watching lives more. I felt so relaxed. Good. I wanted to just feel like a hangout. Thank you for all you do. So grateful for you. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Without you guys, like, I mean, I'd still honestly be making videos probably even if no one was watching, but because of you guys, the word gets out, and I really appreciate that. And also, you guys help me build my business, so thank you. Please do more lives like this, Nikki. I want to. Like I said, I'm tired of being bullied and silenced. This is how it used to be. I do like maybe like 3 tarot readings a month, and then I'd come on and I'd go crazy on the live and just talk and talk. Share my knowledge. I've been, like I said, I've been like this since I was 2, but I've been doing this since I was for 13 years now. I'm gonna be 14. I have a lot of knowledge. Bees pollinate everything. Very good point, Autumn. It was really nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Nicole. I'm glad you made it. Glad you got notified. I love all the chill hangout sessions. Yay! Me too. Thanks, Indigo. Dang, Dutch, you are so intelligent. Beauty and brains. I mean this in the best way possible. Thank you. That's really sweet. I really, really appreciate that. Such a fun unboxing and chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. One more big thank you to Rob for my crystals over at Natural Crystal Designs. And Lizzie is going to go ahead and link that in the comments once we get off. So thank you for that. Also, thanks to the ladies at Two Chicks with Wicks for my candles from the first live, the unboxing we did for the Best Summer Ever spell. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I see ya. And for those negative people out there, just return that shit to sender. I'm transmuting that. I'm not even returning it no more. I'm eating it up and turning it to gold. I'm turning lead into gold. I'm truly stepping into my role as an alchemist. And I'm gonna fuel my success off the negativity and hatred like I spoke about earlier in this live. Chaos is a great transmutation tool. And it can really take you where you want to be with the right mindset and the right amount of detachment. The dragon spell had me literally sparkling. Same. I felt so good when I woke up. Gratitude and love to everybody. Yes, gratitude and love to you guys. On that note, I love you so much. Be safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Love you.